Welcome to a Chili Chun reignition of our passion for hot sauces. It's been a whopping 3 or 4 days break. I've had a little rethink of our format and our cadence and stuff, and now it's time to get back to business. We're going to have a hot sauce review of D.a.T sauce, product of Morgan City, Louisiana. Product of Don Abner Tabor, LLC, based in Morgan City. And from looking at it, it sounds like a relatively straight-faced kind of red sauce. I'm not going to go so far as to say Cajun because it doesn't really specify, but I'm assuming it's more kind of Louisiana style sauce just from the branding. With that being said, we got vinegar right up front. Boom. Onions, water, and then red onions, sugar, crushed red pepper, salt, garlic, tomato paste, xanthan gum, onion powder, and garlic powder. So it sounds like it's going to be just a flavorful mix. I don't know if you can see there. Yeah. Beautiful visible seeds in the bottle. It looks like some peppers. Like it's got a pretty nice, slightly thick consistency. It does have that xanthan gum wiggle that I'm not a big fan of, but that's okay. It's so common that you can't really avoid it. It doesn't smell like a traditional red Louisiana sauce. It smells a little bit sweeter. Not so sweet as to be like sriracha-like, but a little bit. It smells fermented. You get really powerful notes of onion. A lot of onion to go with the cayenne. And as you look around the neck of the bottle, you see these big chunks of peppers and seeds and stuff, which you don't normally get in a Louisiana style red sauce, which also makes me think, look at the chunks. Big hunks of peppers and stuff. Look. Can you see? Yeah. This is absolutely very different than what I thought. Huh. And it smells almost a little bit Asian. Cheers, YouTube. It's interesting. I'm not really sure what to make of that. It's more like sambal than it is sriracha. I shouldn't expect, from a bottle that says "D.a.T sauce, Louisiana," to say, oh, it tastes like sambal, but it tastes like sambal. It's sweet, big chunks of chili pepper and stuff that you can bite into. But then it also has little notes that I would associate more with like a Louisiana hot sauce. So this is kind of like a funny midpoint. Not even a midpoint, but it's on the way from sambal to sriracha to Louisiana red sauce. I would say if you like sambal and maybe it's a little bit too hot and you want something a little milder, this is milder. It's not super hot. It's got like a nice tingly mouthfeel, but that's about it. Like there's really not much burn to it. But that being said, it has that same meaty mouthfeel, lots of chunks that you get from sambal. But it also has like a little hint of the flavors that you'd expect from like a Louisiana style red sauce, that pronounced fermented chili, onion, garlic. If you see it, grab it. Like, man, this would be at home on all kinds of food, like Asian food equally with Cajun food. I don't think there's that many sauces you could say that about. And being that it's from the South, and also not having expected quite what I got in this bottle, I've arranged some friends of a similar variety to come in, and we're going to come in and have a little comparison, talk about it in relation to other similar hot sauces that you might buy, and then we're going to try it on, again, not having expected sambal. I prepared a southern feast. We're going to have a little bit of this on a bowl of chicken and dumplings and see what that's like. So stick around. We're not done exploring this hot sauce. Yeah, so I brought together a few Louisiana style sauces. Again, not knowing what I was going to get in this D.a.T sauce bottle. That bottle. You might be at the store thinking you're going to buy some slap your mama. But more likely, you're probably sitting at the store thinking, I'm going to get some Tabasco. Like I want some Tabasco for my chicken and dumplings, for example. And you might say, well, this is there. This is in the same section with the Cajun stuff. Maybe this is a nice way to change up my life and do something a little different. If you want this, if you want Tabasco, buy this, because it's not that this is bad. This is delicious. I think it's probably more interesting than Tabasco from like a trying stuff standpoint. But that said, this is nothing like Tabasco. That being said, it's pretty good. Similarly, Slap Your Mama is real salty, garlicky. It's just an aggressive, salty, vinegary southern sauce. Maybe a little saltier than most. And again, if you're thinking about getting some Slap Your Mama and you're like, well, maybe I'll change it up and get that sauce, you probably don't want to do that. buy this if you want to try something new, but don't buy it if you want one of those. If you're thinking about buying Slappy Mama, just don't. Don't get that. Get Tabasco. Slappy Mama's right out. If you think you get Devereaux, it still is a reason to buy it. If you want a Bloody Mary, if you want that celery note, you can still buy Devereaux with a straight face. Tabasco, you can buy all the time. You just should, because it goes with everything. It's so neutral and so zesty and delicious. And then that sauce kind of fills a void that doesn't exist on this cutting board. Of something sweet and chunky and kind of different and really rich and flavorful. So, you know, I can't really say that you should do what I did, which is pass this by over and over and over. Because you're like, well, I already have Tabasco. I already have Cajun sauces. There are so many. Why would you bother? Well, they didn't. They did something else. And so I can say definitively that sauce stands alone. It has hints of these things, but it also has a little something extra. So yeah, definitely stands apart on its own. Definitely worth a buy, even if you've already got a pantry full of Cajun red sauce. But the real question is, can it hang in chicken and dumplings? Can it stay southern enough to hang in a bowl of chicken and dumplings with this guy? Let's find out. Alright, so now, myself being the happiest guy in the world, because I have a beautiful bowl of homemade chicken and dumplings, I gotta find out. This guy likes to be a little bit different, likes to step outside that southern hot sauce box, while keeping one foot in with a nice Cajun, onion, cayenne, and garlic flavor profile. So the question is, can it hang with the OG? Can it hang with Tabasco, which goes on everything? What better way to test its southernness than a beautiful bowl of chicken and dumplings? And first things first, we're gonna go for a little hit of Tabasco. This is like a baseline, because this probably been poured over more bowls of chicken and dumplings than any substance on the planet. So we're gonna shake out just a little bit there. There you go. I don't know what that sauce is going to have to do to hang with that, but there aren't many bites of food better than really good homemade chicken and dumplings with a generous shot of traditional Tabasco on it. Oh, my soul has just become a little bit bigger from having eaten that. But that sauce brings a little something different to the table. You know, it's got the chunkiness, it's got texture, it's got a sweetness, it's got a lot of things Tabasco doesn't. And so we're going to find out for sure, is that good? You know, a nice bite right there. Oh, a little chunk. Let's try to get a pepper chunk. Yeah, we got a pepper chunk. All right, that sauce. Welcome to the South. Oh man. Okay, so if I knew then what I know now about what this actually tastes like, I may not have selected chicken and dumplings versus Tabasco as a test of its mettle, because it's just a different hot sauce. That being said, it's pretty good on chicken and dumplings. It has a little sweetness to the dumpling, makes it a little more exciting. Not bad at all, and I definitely recommend this for other things like sushi. I think this would be great. Any kind of Chinese food would be great. Miso soup, great. But it just, you know, the label kind of belies an Asian bent to the sauce. That's delicious, but not what you expect. But if you're going to take one thing out of this video, that you've got to have this on your chicken and dumplings, because I haven't had too many things that taste better than that. Like, the vinegary punch cuts through the fat of the dumplings and the chicken, the rich broth provides that little fermentation, the age, and the hint of oak. I'm not having. So if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go be alone with my chicken dumplings and my bottle of Tabasco sauce. And while I do like that sauce, we will have to try and do something another day. Because for tonight, I'm going home with this one on Chili Tune.